The sun was dipping low over the Santa Monica Pier, casting golden streaks across the ocean waves. Crowds laughed, music played, and the smell of popcorn and fried dough lingered in the air. But in the middle of that joyful scene, a small voice cried out, sharp, pained, and impossible to ignore. "Move, Cripple," one boy sneered, shoving a young girl in a wheelchair. Her name was Lily, and she'd come with her mom to watch the sunset. She was fragile, but full of dreams, her thin arms clutching the rim of her chair as 3 teenage boys circled her like predators. One kicked the wheel, another tried to snatch her bag, and the third laughed, spitting cruel words meant to break her spirit. Her mom screamed for help, but the crowd froze. People stared, phones in hand, some recording but none stepping forward. The boardwalk suddenly felt cold, the laughter distant. Lily's eyes filled with tears as she whispered, "Why me?" And then the sound came. A low rumble at first, like thunder rolling across the wooden planks. Heads turned. Down the pier, dozens of motorcycles glided in, chrome gleaming under the fading sun. Black leather jackets, roaring engines, helmets that reflected fire from the sky. It was a sight both intimidating and magnetic. The boys froze. One of them muttered nervously, "Oh, crap." The lead rider, a tall man with a silver beard and a jacket patched with the words Guardians MC, killed his engine and set his boots on the ground. Behind him, the sea of bikers parked in unison, their engines cutting off one by one until silence replaced the storm. Every eye was fixed on Lily. The leader stepped forward, his heavy boots echoing. He crouched down to Lily's level, his voice calm but steady. "You okay, sweetheart?" Lily nodded through trembling lips, unable to speak. Then he turned to the bullies. His eyes hardened, his voice low and commanding. "You think you're strong? Picking on someone who can't fight back? How about trying someone who can?" The boys backed away, stumbling over their own excuses. We didn't mean," one stuttered. But their words died when the bikers formed a wall around Lily, their presence radiating protection and power. The crowd that had once stood frozen began to cheer. Strangers clapped, whistled, and some even shouted, "Leave her alone!" The bullies, red-faced and trembling, bolted through the crowd, disappearing into the shadows of the pier. The bikers didn't chase. They didn't need to. Their presence had said enough. The leader gently adjusted Lily's chair, checking the wheel the boys had kicked. "You're safe now," he said softly. Her mom, tears streaming down her face, squeezed the biker's hand and whispered, "Thank you." But Lily wasn't done. She lifted her chin, voice fragile but steady, and said, Can I sit on one of your bikes?" The leader grinned, a rough laugh escaping him. "Of course, little one." With careful arms, he lifted her from the chair and settled her onto the massive Harley, her tiny hands gripping the handlebars. The bikers cheered, revving their engines in salute. The pier shook with the sound, not of cruelty but of solidarity. Lily's eyes widened, a smile breaking through her tears for the first time that evening. For a moment, she wasn't a girl in a wheelchair. She was free, strong, and unstoppable, surrounded by guardians who had shown her a different kind of power, the kind that protects, lifts, and restores dignity. The sun slipped into the ocean, painting the horizon in orange and pink. The crowd dispersed slowly, but the story lingered in their hearts. Parents whispered to their children, couples held each other tighter, and strangers walked away carrying a reminder that kindness, when shown boldly, could rewrite even the darkest of moments. And there, in the glow of twilight on the Santa Monica Pier, a young girl and a sea of bikers left behind a memory no one would ever forget.